Fantasy Baseball Picks and Bets presented by PrizePicks. I'm JT Hayes with Run Pure Sports. If you play daily fantasy sports, you know RunPureSports.com. You know our members, especially on a day like today, where Run Pure Sports members dominated the leaderboards of the Major League Baseball contests on DraftKings, especially my guy, Blind Bandit 24, who took down the MLB Gyro Ball today for $100,000. The members in our Discord were rooting him on, hoping for that Pittsburgh Pirate Milwaukee Brewer game to end. And when it ended, he said, "Hey guys, I'll be back in a few minutes. I gotta go call my mom." Rumor has it he's also heading to Disney World next week. So congrats to Blind Bandit 24. Get on over to runpuresports.com to join us. We may have something special coming up this week. No matter where you get your research from, we are willing and able to welcome you into the movement. Now, on to PrizePicks. First and foremost, like this video, comment on it, rate this video 5 stars, and subscribe to the Mayo Media Network. That's Mayo Media Network. And go to prizepicks.com and enter MMNMLB, that's Mayo Media Network MLB, for a $100 matching deposit when you open your account. We're going to look at the 6-game night slate for tonight, Monday. And we're going to look at a couple of guys that I think are in really good spots. You know how PrizePicks works. It's DraftKings points. You pick a player to go over or under the number that they set. You are wagering against the house. You're not playing like on DraftKings where you're playing against a pool of players. You're playing simply, are they going to get over or under that number? And let's get right into it with the San Francisco Giants and Alex Dickerson. The over-under set at 6.5 DraftKings points. They have a fantastic matchup in Philadelphia against Chase Anderson. Chase Anderson, not a terrible pitcher, but giving up 2 home runs per 9 innings this year. I think there's some regression coming his way. Alex Dickerson is going to be hitting probably in that 3-hole. And I like him to go over 6.5 DraftKings points tonight in Philadelphia against Chase Anderson. Moving out west, Los Angeles Angels have been off for a couple of nights. Obviously, the first postponement we've seen due to COVID issues in this baseball season. First COVID postponement we've seen in professional sports in really several months. So hopefully that is waning, but the Angels have been off for a couple of days. They get a nice matchup at home against the Texas Rangers, and Kohei Arihara comes into town. He just pitched a phenomenal game in Tampa Bay. I think the results here are going to be quite a bit different, and I like Shohei Ohtani to go over 8.5 DraftKings points tonight. Go to prizepicks.com, enter code MMNMLB, and get a $100 matching deposit. Hey guys, hit the like button and subscribe to the Mayo Media Network and rate the audio podcast 5 stars. Don't forget about that. Go ahead and do it now. Busy weekend in Major League Baseball. Let's start with some of the outstanding pitching performances. Aaron Nola looking like a vintage Aaron Nola today against the St. Louis Cardinals. A complete game shutout, 10 strikeouts, an amazing performance. Just really excited to see what he's going to do the rest of this season, but he wasn't alone. Shane Bieber looking like a Cy Young candidate once again. 8 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts in Cincinnati, and a couple of great performances by guys that are under the radar that people really don't consider aces in Kyle Gibson and Pablo Lopez. Both games where these guys went deep into the game and only gave up 1 run for Lopez and 0 runs for Kyle Gibson. And over the course of the past week, what's gotten into Eric Feedy? What an amazing performance the other night against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Only 5 innings pitched, but 9 strikeouts. This is a guy we're in DFS we were looking to pick on quite a bit, and he's shown that he's maybe found something this year. The Mets went into Colorado, and man, did they find themselves. And the leader of that team, Jacob deGrom, what an amazing performance yesterday in the first game of a doubleheader. 9 straight strikeouts at one point, 14 strikeouts overall. He goes to a place that's really difficult to pitch and just continues dominating. He looks absolutely poised to go down the stretch and compete for a 3rd straight Cy Young. What an amazing weekend series down in San Diego. Hey, I think there's 16 more games left between the Dodgers and the Padres, and these first three did not disappoint. You're telling me now the Dodgers took 2 or 3, but competitive games. First game went, I believe, 12 innings on Friday night. And look, Jurickson Profar is a nice little player. He really is. He's carving out a good career, getting past some injury issues. But hey, is he really at the level where he can tell Clayton Kershaw that he doesn't want to hear what he has to say? Wow, what fireworks, benches clearing on Friday. A lot of very intense play down in San Diego. I'm excited for the next time that these two teams get together. Hey, we thought it was going to be bad weather in Chicago on Saturday. Maybe not a lot of runs scored, but the Chicago Cubs had other ideas. They got on the right track. Wilson Contreras with a couple of home runs. Chris Bryant leaving the yard. They absolutely torched the Atlanta Braves. And then the Braves come back on Sunday night in a game where we didn't expect to see quite a lot of offense and did the exact same to the Chicago Cubs. It's too bad that the Braves only travel to Chicago once a year because that was an exciting series to watch. All right, so let's get into the DraftKings plays tonight. 6-game slate. We're going to start out west. The Dodgers talked about how they are coming off an intense series in San Diego. They go up to Seattle. It's a bigger ballpark. It's a less offensive ballpark out there in the Northwest, and they send Dustin May back to the mound. Dustin May has absolutely electric stuff. He is maybe a little bit unlucky in his last start, but he's got a 32% strikeout rate and a 14% swinging strike rate, and I think he's a little bit perhaps too cheap at 9.7K on DraftKings, taking on a Seattle lineup that is improved but still has a lot of strikeout upside. And for Dustin May with his stuff, I expect that he is going to pay off that price tag. He's going to be my go-to expensive pitcher on tonight's slate. For a cheap pitcher, I'm going to go back down south, staying in the Los Angeles market, to Dylan Bundy at 7.7K on DraftKings. He gets a home matchup against the Texas Rangers team that against right-handers is striking out nearly 30% of the time. And Dylan Bundy looks absolutely phenomenal to start the year. Got a little bit unlucky, same as Dustin May in his last start in Kansas City. But look, a 29% strikeout rate, a 13% swinging strike rate, and he is 7.7K on DraftKings in a matchup against a team that is going to be on the road and has a nearly 30% strikeout rate. I might pair these two guys together. I'm liking the idea of Dylan Bundy at that price. As far as stacks, let's go out east. I like these San Francisco Giants going into Philadelphia. They're taking on Chase Anderson. Chase Anderson is giving up 2 home runs per 9 innings. He's got an 87% contact rate, and he's got a 13% walk rate that's going to allow some of these Giants to get on base for the big hitters like Alex Dickerson and Brandon Belt to leave the yard. I like Brandon Belt myself personally. Of the stack in San Francisco, he's got a 56% fly ball rate over the last 5 games. Chase Anderson has close to a 40% fly ball rate allowed. It's a perfect matchup for Brandon Belt. I will never leave Mike Yastrzemski out of a Giant stack that I make. I already said that I expect Alex Dickerson to go over his PrizePicks prop of 6.5 DraftKings points. And if Tommy La Stella is leading off, Tommy La Stella's advanced metrics show that he's due for a breakout. Been hitting the ball pretty hard, been putting the ball in the air, and he's been taking a lot of pitches. So give me that San Francisco Giants stack in Philadelphia. For my other stack, we're going to go back out west. We're going to talk about not the Los Angeles Dodgers, although I like them tomorrow night. It's the Los Angeles Angels. Kohei Arihara, good start, perhaps even a great start. Last time out in Tampa Bay, 5 2/3 innings, 5 strikeouts. He got the win. I think it may have even been his first major league win. He is going to be rudely welcomed by this rested Angels team. And the Texas Rangers do not have a fantastic bullpen behind them. I'll start with Shohei Ohtani. He is 4.6K on DraftKings. Talked about how I like him to go over his PrizePicks prop as well. You can never leave Mike Trout out. Mike Trout, even though he's expensive, 6.0, you know that he can absolutely destroy that price tag. Justin Upton is still underpriced at 3.7. And Jared Walsh, this might be his coming out season. This might be the season that Jared Walsh turns into an all-star. He's shown the power early on. He showed it last year, but now that he's in the lineup every day, he's 5.1K on DraftKings. I like this Angels team against Kohei Arihara and the Texas Rangers bullpen. You can stack them up with the Giants pretty easily, and you can probably get in Dustin May and Dylan Bundy as well. Really like the Angels tonight in Los Angeles. All right, let's wrap everything up and talk about a couple of bets that I like tonight. I'm going to go right back and talk about those San Francisco Giants. I think Kevin Gausman can actually throw a pretty good game here. He's underpriced as well on DraftKings. San Francisco currently underdogs plus 165. I think San Francisco wins this game, and I think they put up a lot of runs. That's the first bet via DraftKings Sportsbook, that line. The second one, the Los Angeles Dodgers in Seattle. They did play an intense series in San Diego and are traveling up to Seattle, but they're going to take on Justice Sheffield. And Justice is maybe going to be a good pitcher at some point. He hasn't been terrible, but he is giving up 1.6 home runs per 9 innings. This is not a team that you want to be giving up a lot of fly balls to, and I think the Los Angeles Dodgers are going to win this one. I think Dustin May gets the win tonight in Seattle. Los Angeles Dodgers minus 121 at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Get on over to Run Pure Sports. Go ahead, join us. Follow us on Run Pure Sports at Run Pure Sports. And like I said, we're going to have a couple of offers coming up this week. No matter where you research, no matter what you do, you do it on your own, you use someone else, I guarantee you we can help you. We can make you a better player. Just go ask my guy Blind Bandit 24, who I think just booked his flight to Walt Disney World. Good luck, guys.